Welcome, everyone, to 5 simple ways to survive the emotional roller coaster of life. And before we actually get started, you might want to make sure you grab some paper or notebook and something to write with. We'll be going through lots of information. Also, we are recording, so there will be a recording available. Um, as soon as we have it available, we'll send it out to you. Yeah, so this is always one of my favorite presentations, emotions, right? And so what we're going to discuss today is a little bit about what are emotions, how do they impact us, and then what are some simple ways that we can manage our moods and our emotions so that they don't manage our life.
Yes.
And so, sound good? We're in? Thumbs up? I'll take that as a yes. And then at the end, we'll show you. Pearl,
That's
is
Mickey. That's
that?
Mickey.
Who said Mickey?
Okay, Nikki, you're gonna have to
Yeah, you'll be able to
raise
unmute
your hand if you
when,
want to speak
yeah.
or something.
So at the end, we'll show you some of our not some, but our most popular emotional oils kit. And also, I'll be happy to talk to anybody on a one-on-one to make sure that you get something that meets your needs and makes the most sense for you. You don't have to buy anything, but if you see something you like, I'll be happy to help you. I do have notes so that I make sure I stay on point and also cover the information. Hey, Virginia.
Ah,
Planning on doing this in about 50 minutes. Of course, there's a lot more information, but we want to get you at least to a point where you have enough information to get started. And then part of what we offer is ongoing support. So it's
thank you.
pretty nice. But really, our goal is empowerment. Knowledge is wonderful, and we believe education and knowledge is really important. But we also believe that knowledge plus action is
Mm.
what's transformational. So, as we're going through this, I encourage you to take notes, write down your questions, also write down any tools that we talk about that you're interested in or that you have more questions about. We will have a Q&A session at the end. Now, for those who are not familiar with me, my name is Faye Epps, my wonderful husband, Joel Epps, and together we like to support and educate people on natural solutions. My background was pre-med, and actually originally was psychology, but I got really frustrated with that because all they wanted to do was deal with from a year up, and often it was either, counseling, talking, therapy, or medications, and they didn't really address the body, which I knew there was a mind-body connection. So I switched to pre-med, thinking, okay, can get this mind-body connection, but back then, remember this was 35 years ago, 40 years ago, it was really focused on the body as a machine. And we just really treat individual parts of the body separately. It was the whole individual separation of body. And I knew that that wasn't right. And as I got more and more into holistic health and alternative natural solutions, I knew med school wasn't right for me. But, I also didn't know what was the right thing because at this point we had a daughter already, so I didn't want to move to go to like a naturopathic school and become a naturopath. So we stayed, and I thought, let me go into nutrition because that's preventative and can really help people learn how to use food and natural things to support their health. And glad I do fully believe nutrition is very important. Unfortunately, in school, the focus was not so much on whole fresh food. It was really controlled by corporations, big agribusiness. And so I stuck with it, but knew that I needed to continue to branch out and just forge my own path. And that's what I've been doing. That's what we've been doing for the past 35 years. Taking a holistic approach, continue learning on our own, and passing that information on to others to help them help you live a happy, healthy life and develop and maintain the wellness lifestyle. And so I'm really excited to talk to you to help give you options, maybe more tools in your toolbox today. And we actually decided to do this as a business because as we were helping people, we realized we didn't really know the quality of products people were getting when we would just share with them and tell them to go find products. And so we realized that we wanted to have products that we felt good about and knew the quality of it so that we could help people have that same quality and same beneficial effect that we were getting. And so we decided to do this as a business and help people over time. And really what we're doing is created a community of like-minded people who are interested in supporting their health and finding natural solutions, and also a community of people who want to help others with their health, which is really what the business is. If this is of interest to you, you want to learn more, please contact us. It's not something we're going to talk about today. Today we're focusing on you and your emotional health. But the business aspect of this is very rewarding, and we would love to share what we do. So with that, let me turn it back to you guys before we get started. What are some of the emotions you've been experiencing lately? And how have these emotions impacted you and maybe the people around you?
Stress, lots of stress lately.
Okay, stress.
And I'm
Took the
getting
word right.
just a few hours sleep. If you see me yawning, it's not because I'm bored. I'm just struggling to stay awake.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So the stress has affected your sleep.
Well, yes, because I get up
Yeah.
and then my brain turns on. I wish it would work during the day when I need it, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Me
And you're
too.
not able to turn it off. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's exactly what we're looking for. What's the emotion and what's it causing? What's it doing?
yeah, keeping me awake.
Yeah.
Our granddaughter's getting married next month, and we've got company coming here. We've got the main big bathroom is being remodeled, and my husband hasn't had time to do it, and I know that's what I'm stressing over right
Oh
now.
no. Okay. Now we know why.
There'll be 6 of us here with one tiny bathroom if it doesn't get
Oh
finished.
boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for
sharing.
sharing. Anyone else?
Stress.
Stress?
But luckily for me, stress does not affect my sleep. I sleep 7 to 8 hours a night, and so yes, I'm tired during the day, and I could easily take a nap, but I'm busy, so I don't have to take a nap. I'm sure if I did, it'd probably be about an hour to 2 hour nap, I would imagine. But right now, I'm very relaxed. Actually, well, I went to the store and then I was on the way back and I looked at my clock in the car and it was like, oh my God, my meeting is starting. And I thought, no. And of course, you texted me or emailed me or whatever you did, and I'm like, oh, so that stressed me out right there. But now it's okay. See, I'm here in the Valley house sitting with some friends, and it's really nice because I'm alone. It's quiet. I do things at my own pace, and it's really relaxing. So the only thing that stress does for me, which is a bad thing, it makes my blood pressure go up.
Okay.
Okay, excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Nikki, can you add something? I see you got your camera on finally.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we hear you.
Yeah, my big thing right now is stress. My job, we're short-staffed, overworking. And we're all like every employee is doing like 2 or 3 people's job, and
Hmm.
it's just crazy. And so that's my big thing. I leave work and I'm stressed. My heart rate's crazy.
And what kind of problems is the stress causing?
A lot of migraines,
Okay,
and
migraines.
I've been having digestive issues.
Okay,
And it's
okay.
really strange because when I'm not at work, I can go like I go hiking and I'm fine. I go to work and like my body aches.
Hmm. Okay, so yeah, we got a
Wow.
lot going on there.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying
Well,
to keep the dog quiet.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, I want to, also make sure that we personalize the information as much as we can. And so, when it comes to emotions, is there anything that you want to make sure we cover tonight? And it's okay if there's nothing specific. I just want to make sure.
Well, I want you to cover grief.
Okay.
Why are you laughing at me?
Oh, good grief.
Because
It's a
you know
serious,
what's on
it's a
here.
serious emotion.
Because you know what
It
we're
is.
talking about. Yes, it is.
Yeah, so let's
But
talk about that a little bit. We didn't talk about it too much.
okay, just because you know it's part of the presentation. Oh, you always,
Okay, I got a little sidetracked, but I still think it's important.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Anyone else?
Hmm.
I don't know if it counts as emotion, but sometimes I'm really annoyed. I'm very easily annoyed by people.
Ah,
Annoyance.
intolerance.
Yeah.
Intolerance.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, I have like a weird position where I'm partly in an office and doing clinical stuff or doing like office work and stuff, but then I'm clinical and I'm scrubbing cases and things. So sometimes there's like a fine line between what I'm doing at that moment. So people like will come to me when I'm in the middle of doing the clinical items where I'm supposed to be scrubbing and doing patient care. And I'm just like trying to not be, it is intolerance. It's like I'm
Yes, you're trying to be nice to them, but you really feel like telling them where to go.
yeah.
Okay,
How to get there?
how to get there?
And I try to do my like I have my diffuser at work, but yeah, sometimes they just drive me crazy, and that it does drive my blood pressure up.
Well, it's a good thing you have your diffuser because I'm sure you'd be a lot worse off without it.
Oh yeah, and everyone loves it. They walk into my office, they're like, "Oh my god, it smells so great in here."
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, as long as they don't stay too long, right?
Right.
As long as I don't talk to you. Okay, we got
All
that.
right.
Okay.
All right.
Unless it's the boss.
Yeah. Well, okay. Okay. If things come up, if we think of something, jot it down, and we will circle back to it. Let's get started though, and I think it's important we just look briefly at what are emotions. Why should we even care about our emotions? And often it's not unusual when people are feeling strong emotions that the emotions actually dictate the behavior and control us instead of us controlling our emotions and being able to do what we want to do. And so this is really why it's important to be able to manage better so that we really can do the things that we want to do and live the life that we want to live. Even though emotions have such an impact on us, it's really interesting that research-wise, science-wise, we still don't know that much about them. And the kind of the general definition is an emotion is a complex state of feeling. So it's different feelings that come together to produce this kind of complex sense of being that results in physical and psychological changes that influence thought and behavior. So even though often we think of emotions as being psychological, there really is physiological impact. And this is why it is important to be able to acknowledge, recognize, and then hopefully be able to release in some way. Because I like to think of emotions as energy in motion. So that energy is in our bodies, right? And if we keep it pent up, it will start to affect us physically.
Mm-hmm.
Strong emotions can cause you to take actions that you might not normally do, or it can cause you to not take action on things that you know you need to do.
Yeah.
Right? So it can work either way. And different life events can magnify our feelings of anxiety and depression and isolation and make life even more difficult. Right? So sometimes events compound events, which compound our feelings and make it worse. These feelings can create stress, hence, well, we saw this in what you guys were expressing. Stress in itself is not an emotion. It's often a combination of emotions, right, that cause us to think and act in certain ways. And this stress upsets our body systems. Stress can cause hormonal imbalances. It depletes our brain chemicals required for happiness and affects our memory, affects our cognitive ability, and stress damages the immune system. Chronic stress can actually decrease our lifespan if it happens over time. So I would say it's pretty important that we learn some techniques and tools to help us deal with our emotions. What do you say?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, mind you, there's always going to be brief bouts of it, but that's the question. That's the real, issue. How long do you experience these intense emotions? Right? It's normal to have different emotions and they should come and go. It's when we hold on to them that it becomes part of us and influences us physically and emotionally.
Yeah, I think it's the World Health Organization. 80% of all chronic illness stems from stress. So it's a big deal. And if your emotions are feeding into your stress, then you can imagine if you're going from one emotional state to another emotional state to another emotional state, which is creating long-term stress, that's the beginning of your illnesses.
Yes. And so the good news is there are really lots of simple things we can do. I'm going to talk about 5 simple things that you can do, but know that there are others, and I encourage you to start to explore and find what helps you, right? For some, journaling is really important. That's not one of the 5 I'm talking about today, but just as an example, right? There are many things. Let's start. Number 1, diet. Diet becomes really important. 1, making sure you're drinking enough water. You ideally at least half your body weight in ounces of water. As it's hotter and more humid, you need to drink more. Every chemical reaction happens in water. Our brain is mostly water, right? We need to maintain our spinal fluid. Water is crucial. Also, we want water, non-sugary beverages. And speaking of sugar, we want to watch sugar and processed foods because it actually robs us of nutrients like B vitamins that are crucial for brain functioning and emotion. So it can actually make us more irritable, forgetful, stressed out, okay? And eat a rainbow diet. So eat all the foods, different colors of the rainbow, and lots of whole fresh foods, fresh fruits and veggies, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds. This contains the nutrients that we need to sustain our bodies. 2, movement. We need to move. Circulation, right, to help remove those chemicals of stress. Actually, exercise is the best thing to do, getting your heart rate up and circulation going to help break down and remove stress chemicals and also remove the waste products. Working in practice of stretching or yoga or Pilates mixed with deep breathing. We know that just using deep breathing can help reduce feelings of stress and overwhelm and other feelings. We tend to breathe shallow. We hold our breath up here in our chest, which causes a lot of tension. Just by consciously bringing our breath down into our abdominal area and breathing slow, deep breaths can lower our anxiety, lower our stress, lower our overwhelm. A really easy counting exercise is called the 4 square. You count, inhale to a count of 4, hold to a count of 4, exhale to a count of 4. All right, so inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, and repeat that 4 to 6 times, and you will notice just by doing that, you bring your energy levels down. You're able to create a separation between you and your emotions, and that separation allows you to make choices, right, instead of being controlled by the emotions.
Also, I have to say dance is a great way to deal with your emotional stress because it helps you release through movement. And if you don't like to exercise, like I don't, I think dancing is something anybody can do at any level. And I have to give a shout out to our dancer here, Joanne Tahara, who does our dancing on Zumba. So if you ever need to go and check out a good way to get some exercise, young or old, right, Joanne? Even old people like me can enjoy it. I do it.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right. 3, a really easy one. We've been all doing it. Smile.
Ah, yes.
The simple act of smiling, even faking it at first. You have to fake it till you make it in this one.
Okay.
Studies have shown that it actually tricks the brain into feeling happier and increases dopamine. That's our neurotransmitter that increases a feeling of happiness and also increases serotonin. Again, a neurotransmitter that helps decrease stress and gives a sense of well-being. Okay, so just smiling. That's right. Increases dopamine, increases happiness, and increases serotonin, which decreases stress. Pretty cool. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Laughing, goes right in there too.
Yeah.
Laughing or smiling, watch something funny, read something funny if you need a little prompting to smile, right? Okay. Number 4, you get to go play in dirt. The prescription is play in dirt.
Who didn't see that coming? Who didn't see that coming?
Right. Little kids knew, right? But gardening, getting your hands in the soil. Janice, you know this one, right? And Nikki, you've got a little garden going, right? But getting your hands in the soil. There was, in 2017, a meta-analysis was done. It was a compilation of many different studies that were conducted, and it's really cool that people that gardened, whether it was fruits and vegetables or plants, it didn't matter. It's the act of being in that dirt and being outside and getting connected to the earth and to nature. Depression decreased and anxiety decreased, and a sense of satisfaction and quality of life increased.
And his bonus. Did you know
Oh.
by putting your hands into dirt, you're actually getting more of a diverse microbiome that you ultimately can ingest, even though you don't realize it. They're just
Well,
microorganisms.
it.
You're inhaling microorganism, which is helping to increase the diversity of your own gut flora, which actually increases your health.
Huh.
So yes,
Well,
there's even more to it than the it's like
Well-
it's like a total thing. It's like a 360 total
Yes.
good thing for you to touch dirt and inhale dirt and play in the dirt.
This is part of the connection because your gut, your microbiome, is responsible for producing about 80% of your serotonin.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay? So there's a direct connection
hmm
with playing with the dirt and gut health, which then goes back to brain health.
Yes.
And,
All connected.
and then number 5, essential oils. And essential oils provide a quick response. We're going to explain how they go right up into the brain. So you get almost an immediate reaction. Also, they enhance and support the other healthy lifestyle choices that you're making, whether it's nutrition, exercise, stress management, getting more sleep. So it also helps with those underlying chronic issues that some of you might be dealing with. So that's why we love to use essential oils as tools for enhancing. So we gave you those 5. Now let's go a little deeper into which essential oils would be good for emotional health. And we're going to share our screen. Which one?
You can do that one.
This one?
Yeah. Double click. And then you have to go into that slide presentation. And then you go to slide view. Slide view.
No.
No.
No. You.
Yeah, view. Okay, are you seeing our screen loading?
It's loading.
Okay.
There it is.
You got it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Well, many of you have heard our story, but we'll just briefly share how we even got involved with doTERRA and essential oils. And unlike so many other people, it's often the mom, the woman that's using it and brings them into the home, and the guys eventually start to use it. In our household, it was the other way around. Joel got exposed to them and came home and was really excited and shared with me, and I said, so what?
Yeah. She said so for about 3 months.
Not quite that long, but it seemed like a long time.
It seemed like a long time.
It was a long time.
But it was okay because, I was looking for something and I didn't know that doTERRA was it, but I was glad we found it because turns out they were the perfect partner. We needed a company that could supply us with good supplements and good products that we could recommend to others. And it had to be of high quality because I knew that
and natural.
That they wouldn't stand for anything less. So
Yeah,
so we just got lucky. I don't know if it was luck or if it was divinely inspired providence, whatever you want to call it. But we ended up going to a presentation for doTERRA on the condition that I would not, under any circumstances, commit to buying anything or getting anything or doing anything or talking to anybody. So we finally went and
Yeah, right.
spent some time learning about these oils. They were trying to get us to take them, and Faye would not ingest them even internally. She put some on her hand, and then instead of licking it like they were asking to, she put it on the bottom of her foot. She wouldn't even take them internally.
Yeah, that's 10 years ago.
That
Things
was
are
10 years ago.
much different.
Yeah.
But my background in natural medicine told me, always said, do not ingest essential oils when using them topically. Make sure you heavily dilute. I mean, there is just, it's because of the quality of products. And it was something I had to unlearn and relearn about why doTERRA is different. And so we do want to share a little bit of why we can do these things with doTERRA and why they work the way they do, to truly appreciate the you know the difference that the quality of these oils makes. Not all essential oils are created equal. Now, women and families and men turn to doTERRA when they want to help themselves and their families stay healthy without the side effects of modern medicine. We're not against modern medicine, but we do believe that there's a better way, and part of that is doing things you can do on your own first and using modern medicine to help with diagnoses and maybe with, fixing broken bones, and then in times when the essential oils just aren't enough. Another reason people have tried lots of ways to solve their health problems using traditional medicine, and they just weren't getting the results that they wanted. And many people now are looking for safe, natural solutions for their family and home without toxic chemicals in it and without the negative side effects, but they don't have time to research. So they're looking for a company that has the integrity and the values that help them feel comfortable.
So essential oils, what are they? Naturally occurring compounds distilled from plants. We all here pretty much know that. They provide health benefits without the side effects of many medications. We like to say there's side benefits when using the oils.
So Motivate is like an example. It's one oil that can be used in many different ways because of the complexity of their chemistry. And this was what Joel was saying, like there's side benefits. Even if you don't pick the right essential oil, you're still going to get benefits. Now, I love Motivate, our encouraging blend. Like, think of it this way. Have you ever felt like you've lost the energy and desire to do things that you needed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Well, this blend will help you feel motivated and energized again. I put it in my diffuser, and within minutes, I find myself just doing what I need to do. Or use the touch, put it on your pulse points. You can swipe under your nose, back of your neck, and inhale, and it's going to get you going. It takes you from discouragement to encouragement. It also, on a physical level, helps detox the endocrine system, and it lightens up your heavy emotions. It's very citrusy and minty.
As a lot of people think, oh, essential oils, they must be expensive. And even our high quality essential oils are only pennies per dose because sometimes you only need a drop or two as a dose.
Yeah, think about, the cost of a daily mood boost, like energy drinks or coffee or
That's $3 right
candy
there.
bar, right? Think about whatever you grab, right? Compared to just pennies. One drop of encouraging blend, which is Motivate, and a drop of uplifting blend, which is Cheer, costs pennies for an incredible energy and mood boost.
Excuse me, what was the uplifting blend, did you say?
Right here.
Oh,
Cheer.
okay, I'm sorry.
So, no, it's fine. So, Cheer is our uplifting blend. This blend is for when you feel heavy-hearted or weighed down by life's challenges, maybe feeling a little despair, pessimism, gloominess, okay? And it will help lift you despite setbacks and bring joy back into your life. It's a beautiful, light, cheery blend. It's like sunshine in a bottle. It has citrus, but also spices And so it gives you that little Now, doTERRA, why does it stand out in the crowd?
Because of purity and potency. This is the key to the effectiveness of essential oils. doTERRA's certified pure tested grade, or CPTG, is a standard that was created by doTERRA, which involves multiple third-party testings of the oils from the time they come out of the ground to the time they get to the bottling plant. They are tested several times, not only by doTERRA, by third-party folks. And there's a record kept of each oil and each batch, so that if anybody says anything that comes up about it, they can go back to that batch and check and test to see if it is made to standard. So purity means that an oil has not been adulterated with synthetic agents or contaminated by chemicals.
Yes, or mixed with other less expensive oils, or mixed with synthetic oil of the same type, like lavender, but add synthetic lavender to make it smell like lavender.
Right, and a lot of times when that's done, it actually creates negative, harmful effects. And so you'll find that most manufacturers don't stand by their product the way that doTERRA does. Potency means an oil has an ideal balance of chemical constituents because the plants it came from were grown and harvested in ways that produce optimal plant chemistry. Optimal plant chemistry. This is crucial. doTERRA is not, or any good essential oil manufacturer knows they can't really do better than nature, so they create the conditions where nature can do the best job it can do.
Right, and it's not only, that it's grown in nature, but depending on the environment, the amount of precipitation, the temperature, how long it's grown will affect the chemistry and the chemical components of the essential oil. And doTERRA is looking for specific proportions of these chemicals and making sure ones that shouldn't be there are not present, and also making sure all the right ones, no matter in what small proportion it is present, because they believe in the synergistic effect of the whole plant. Yeah. So forgive or renewing, again, it commonly, because of the oils in forgive, contain adulterated oils when coming from other companies. But doTERRA would never do that. And because of their standards, the benefits within our bodies are, such a higher level. And like Joel said, we also don't have to worry about having a negative effect in our body. Now, Forgive is a powerful blend. I did not like the smell of it. I did not use it for probably a year or more. It was pretty strong. But think of it this way. Have you ever felt the need to forgive someone or even yourself, but couldn't? Or you begin to expect the worst from people. You just get really pessimistic about people's behaviors. This oil blend will help you be more understanding, loving, and forgiving of yourself and others. Hey, Nikki, this one might help.
We're not calling anybody out here.
No, and only from personal experience. Like, everyone annoys me, right? Now, this was interesting. There was a study that was done in a hospital setting. It was an outpatient oncology center, and they used all of these emotional oils on the nurses. And they were looking to see what had the most positive effect on people's emotions. And you might think, like, maybe cheer, right? Like, people just need to get happier, or maybe they need to be more motivated and energized, right? And that had the most effect. Actually, the oil blend, the emotional blend that had the most effect overall on people's sense of satisfaction and well-being was forgive.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I started thinking about it, and it made sense because if you have resentment or, unresolved anger, you're holding on to stuff, I don't care how much cheer and how much you tell yourself to get happy, you can't, right? Because underlying is like, So I'll tell you, after I heard that, every night I put cheer on and put it in my
Yeah,
diffuser.
forget.
I mean, forgive every night. So I could go to sleep forgiving myself, forgiving the world, and wake up clean slate. Yep. So this is a must.
She needs to keep using it.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes situations just keep coming back, huh? Now, the aroma of an essential oil can have an immediate effect on your body and brain chemistry. That's what's so cool. And by diffusing it, you actually not only positively influence you, but you influence everyone that's in smelling range, right? Inhaling range. Yeah. And so here's another one. And Joel mentioned grief and wanted to talk about what oils can help with grief. One, I still think forgive is important for grief. Often we are holding on to, like, I could have done more, I should have done something differently, or was it my fault, right? So forgive will help. And console is for grief. It's our comforting blend. It is when there's still emotional pain from a loss or stress or tragedy. And console helps to support us in our healing process and bring a sense of calm and comfort. And one of the best places to put it is on your chest, over your heart area. Your lungs in Chinese medicine hold on to grief, so this will help. And also inhaling it. It also, because of the oils in it, helps balance hormones. And it's got some woodsy undertones with some gentle florals. The nice thing about this, any of these oils can be used as often as necessary. And that's nice because emotions come and go, often in waves. And so don't be afraid to reapply these oils as often as you need. We always say small amounts more frequently is better than thinking one large dose and then nothing else during the day. Pieces are a reassuring blend. If you ever feel frustrated or angry or afraid, irritated, right, worried, peace. It is a blend that will help you feel more content and peaceful. It was actually formulated based on helping kids deal with temper tantrums. So if you have any grandchildren or even adults who throw temper tantrums, peace can help. But it also helps a lot, like, oh, you just got off the phone with customer service and they were so annoying, right? Put peace on. Or you're dealing in traffic, put peace on. Or you're dealing with those annoying, irritating coworkers, put peace on, or put it in the diffuser. Okay. It has vetiver, which is very calming. It also has other calming oils in it. Now, we've been talking a lot about topical use, and oils can be used topically, whether undiluted, which is neat, or diluted to the affected area. When we're talking about the touch roller bottles, these are already pre-diluted, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about it. You have easy application. I carry my satchel around with all my rollers, basically. I mean, I have motivate and in tune and cheer and peace, past tense, right? So I keep these with me because I just never know when I'm going to need it. And because it's so easy to roll on, pulse points, you can go up your arm and into the crease of your elbows, behind the ears, back of the neck, swipe under the nose. These are all great topical places. Now, things you might use an oil topically for, really any of these emotional oils, I would say use topically as well as aromatically. I love Passion. It's called the Inspiring Blend. This is when you feel a lack of inner passion or feeling too serious and dull. You're just discontented, and it can take you from being that discontented to encouraged and inspired, more playful, and have more vitality. It's also great for stimulating the libido and passion, and helps you overcome those feelings of boredom and apathy. Okay?
And we want to add also that what we're highlighting here are the touch versions of these blends, but there are also small 5 milliliter bottles of the blend that you can put into a diffuser and use aromatically. But these are all designed to be put on topically,
Yes.
just so we clear that up.
Yes, but there is the emotional aromatherapy 5 milliliter oil blends, which are great for using, like Joel said, in the diffuser. So, Passion, Inspiring. Now, internal, none of the oils that we talked about would be used internally. And just a caution, do not use just any essential oils internally, because other essential oil companies do not go through the stringent testing that doTERRA does for purity and potency, right? But because of the testing of doTERRA oils, they can be used internally in moderation. Citrus oils are very uplifting. Lime, zest of life. It's the oil of zest. Lemon is brightening. Wild orange is the oil of abundance. So, using the citrus oils in your water on a daily basis can help you as well. You can just add a couple of drops to a veggie capsule or a glass of water and use it. Like I said, the emotional aromatherapy oils are designed for topical and aromatic, but we do have other things like copaiba, which is good internally for mood.
Adaptive capsules.
Adaptive capsules that we're going to talk
that.
about. Exactly. Lifelong Vitality Supplements is something that you would take internally and also has essential oils in them. We have frankincense and wild orange and rosemary and thyme. And so they help with balancing mood and hormones, help boost energy, helps reduce pain and inflammation, and supports the immune system. This provides foundational cellular support so that not only your cells and all your organs work properly, but also the cells in your brain function properly. Right? So it's supporting mood, your cognitive ability, your energy, as well as inflammation and aches and pains. Here's a little technique that's fun and easy to use with emotions and essential oils. Name the core emotions that you're feeling in the moment, and then choose an essential oil for those feelings. doTERRA has a mood wheel. You could just use the search bar when you go onto doTERRA's website and put mood wheel. There's also the wonderful reference, emotions and essential oils, where you can look up different feelings and emotions, and it will tell you what essential oils help. And then once you identify that mood, that feeling, and which oil, pause to breathe in the oil from the palm of your hands. Just take some deep breaths or put it onto your wrist areas and inhale, right? So it's like taking a time out and breathe. What you're doing is interrupting the thought patterns and interrupting those feelings and helping to reset. And you can repeat this as often as necessary. Sometimes for really strong emotions, you might have to repeat it every 5 minutes in the beginning, right? But then you'll find you'll be able to space it out. And also that's why diffusing is nice, because you're constantly inhaling it over a period of time. So we've already discovered several things that can help: motivate, cheer, passion, forgive, console, and peace, as well as the supplements. And there's just a couple of other things that we want to add. Adaptive, for stress and anxious feelings. This is the roll-on. I love it because it can go everywhere with you. I love to swipe it under my nose, the back of my neck, because you're getting that triangular occipital area where there's blood vessels, and it takes the oils right up into your hypothalamus, and it helps to regulate your emotional patterns. The oil blend has wonderful calming oils: lavender, magnolia, some citrus in it. It's great for anxiety, PTSD, hyperactivity, mood swings, and other mood disorders. Now this is coupled with the capsules to have like a 1-2 punch. The oils are immediate. As you're inhaling it, right, it's going up into your olfactory bulb, which then the nerves go into your brain and helps regulate your nervous system. The adaptive capsules are different than the oils. The capsules do contain lavender. However, there are other components. There's cofactors for making the neurotransmitters of serotonin and dopamine, as well as GABA, that it helps with reducing excitability of your nerve system. Mm-hmm. So we have things that are precursors to help make the neurotransmitters, some components that help directly influence the nervous system, and then GABA, which helps to decrease excitability of the brain. Wonderful for more long-term stability. It acts fairly quickly, right? But it's meant to be used consistently over time to help reset and rebalance your nervous system. And use it along with the oil, whether it's the roll-on or the bottle in the diffuser, to help get that immediate calming while you're also working to reset your brain chemistry. Remember those goals and values in the beginning of the class, what you wanted to accomplish, right? We went over several different oils, and here's how you can help yourself. Remember, we talked about how knowledge is wonderful, but knowledge plus action is transformational. So taking the knowledge now that you've learned about these particular emotional aromatherapy oils and bringing the tools into your home and using them consistently is what's going to help you respond differently to situations. You can't control the situation, but you can help to change how you respond. And that's what the essential oils help your body do. I love this kit. This one is the Touch with all the oils that we talked about, except the adaptive and the adaptive capsules. That's separate. For those that are watching the replay or that are on here and not a wholesale member yet, you can use this kit and add on the $35 wholesale membership and become a wholesale member to get 25% off retail all year long. It's a great way to get started. Now, if you add the adaptive capsules and the adaptive touch to this kit, you actually, through the end of June, will receive a free wholesale membership. So this is a nice one. It also comes, for those of you that are already members, you can buy this under Kits and Collections section. You just look under Shop and go to Kits and Collections, and you can buy all 5 of these together as a set, or you can buy the 6. You can buy the 5 milliliter bottles in a set as well. So the emotional aromatherapy kit comes both in touch and in the 5 milliliter blend.
And we're being compliant here. We're saying all the things we can legally say, but I'm just going to add these emotional oils are a lot more powerful than we're able to say here. So I just don't want anybody to leave thinking that you can't give these to just about anybody that needs emotional help, no matter how severe and how chronic or tragic their situation. These can help them.
Yes, especially consistently over time. And then all of you that want to continue to save even more, I love our loyalty rewards program. Not only are you getting the 25% off of retail, but you are earning reward points that you can then use for free product. So you're actually getting the products below wholesale. For anyone that is listening to this, we have a fast action bonus. People that like to take action, we like to reward them. We have the free Feeling Good with Essential Oils, an emotional reference book for the first 3 enrollments. And you need to contact us by Monday. Now, for new enrollments, just for anyone, we want to make sure you have a reference book, whether it's an online app or it's a physical book. Having a reference book to be able to look up essential oils and protocols just makes it so much easier to use the oils, and it gives you this sense of empowerment, of being able to find solutions for yourself. Now, we also have our Facebook community as well as us for support, which of course you can always ask what our experience has been for a particular situation and what oils are recommended. Often, don't be surprised if I say, let's look in the book and go from there. Okay? So that you get used to be able to finding solutions. And this is a wonderful book. There are other reference books as well. And for anyone that, and what I love is there's so many ailments with protocols, also how to use your oils and your supplements, and you'll, basically it's like having your own guide at your fingertips. And another enrollment incentive for those of you that are ready to get started and don't have a wholesale membership yet, when you enroll and you set up and order your first loyalty rewards order with at least 125 PV, you will receive a advanced oil magic book from us. Also, anyone that is listening to this and does not have the what's it called, Droply app from me, Droply app, which has different ailments, protocols, let me know, and that's my gift for you for being on the call. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. There's no risk, so there's no reason to wait. doTERRA offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, 100% back in credit, or 90% back to your credit card with unopened products. And that's ongoing for any of you that already have an account as well. So, just a little recap. This is the Emotional Aromatherapy Kit. If you want to look for it on your back office. And remember, it comes in touch or in the 5 milliliter bottles. Anyone that would like to get started with this, all we would do is add the $35 membership. Or if you want to get the 5 milliliter blends, till the end of this month, membership is free. Type me in the chat if you know you want to get started or you would like a one-on-one with me to maybe go over some of your needs and see what's the best fit based on what's going on with you. Also, me or the person that invited you to this webinar will contact you and help you one-on-one to get the products that you need. Okay, you can also DM me or the person that invited you to the webinar with any questions that you have. And now we will do the on-time drawing.
No, we don't, because
we don't know who's going to win.
No. Okay.
And some questions. So let's
Is it
stop.
recording?
Are we stopped?
Yeah.